button. Oh, I didn't change the title. Call it like Fires Monster Such. There, that's a way better title. Save that title. Hopefully that propagates. Hello, 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 and welcome. I'm your host Lazar, and you know, I'm here. I'm here. Hi. Wave. Hi. Looking at some of the comic books I got today. Got a few comic books today. And that's cool. You don't think that's cool? You know that is absolute your prerogative as a human being to go, Lazar, comic books you're showing aren't cool. I just hate absolute carnage because I don't like things that are okay. I absolutely understand. You don't like things that are good. That's fine. You are entitled to your opinions. With things that aren't good. Which, if you're here watching this stream, things that aren't good. Self-punish. Okay, I was just making sure the stream looks good. It totally does. All right. Now that I know the stream looks good, let's get started in earnest. You know, I got books. I got books. Got a few books. A lot of books. I think there was one I didn't get today that was supposed to be like a DC Dollar Superman book or something, and I ended up not getting that. I think my shop man either didn't get them in, or he was already like sold out by the time I got there. I didn't get to the shop until kinda late. Enjoy beautiful space church music. Notifications there. You know what? Before I get too into this, hold on. Let me pull up Twitter real quick and just show something because I'm kind of excited. I know, like I'm over here. I'm about to rep somebody else's stream. Huh? Twitter. Something went wrong. Yeah, I'm using Twitter. That's what went wrong in my life. I know Twitter. You don't have to remind me about how bad you are. Go. Let me flip over to Bright Monitor. Yeah, it's exciting. You know me, these Rags guys. You know me with Timothy Lim. Get the two of them on a stream together. How can you go wrong? I'm looking forward to it. It should be in about an hour, so I'm going to be there. And I hope you're going to be there too. What about this microphone? It's not picking up my voice like it used to. I don't know. Let me adjust it a little bit. Test. Oh, that might have helped. All right. Anyway, back to no. Yeah. I'm gonna slap down all the books I got today. Got a few. Now you've already seen Once and Future for 3. Hopefully the King Arthur stuff keeps going on. I got all the 50-cent bin books I got today were Valiant ones, which I didn't have before. Bloodshot #3 from back in the day. This was a fun find. Look at this cover. It's like a cardstock embossed cover. It's got this chromium sticker stuck on it. And up here it's got foil. Like, this is about as crazy as you can possibly make a cover. Like, that is ludicrous. It's awesome. I say just about as crazy because this cover is all chromium. It's laminated, it's chromium, the inside's embossed. Like, this is super cool. XO #0. These were free! Free! That's a $0 zip! None, nada! It's crazy. It's crazy and I love it. I went for something that's Killing Children #2. You know, I'm hoping it's going to get good. Get good, son. Got Vampirella #4. And Absolute Carnage #4. Yeah, and I half forgot, and half was really hyped for this. On to Dr. Moreau #2. Recasting the main character as a ginger. Which is kind of a weird choice. That is kind of absolutely a weird choice. But you know what? I think I'm okay with it because the art's so good. We'll flip through these real quick, and then we're going to do a bagging and boarding stream because I got bags and boards made up. I got like a mojillion books that need to get bagged and boarded. We got notifications on Twitter. Let's see. Yeah, okay, I'm not going to show that. Okay, just some like thumbs up type stuff. Cool. enjoy your space church music for just a minute. I am really thirsty. I've been going like 90 miles an hour all day long, so I'm gonna get me a drink. You mute the microphone so you don't hear those disgusting drink noises. Ugh, right? Some people probably get triggered, man. Hashtag triggered. No, let me put that in the chat. Put that in the chat over here. Boom! Put it in the chat. Alright. What's on with my life? Okay. Had a little drink. That's the stereotypical thing. You take a drink and then now you got the hiccups. Hiccuping. What is this? Nope, don't need that. Oh, that's the receipt from the post office from when I sent 6 some comic books. And here's a thing from Westfield saying I get $5 next time I go in. Sweet! I gotta find an excuse to go to Westfield. Alright. My book haul today costs like $22 after tax. I saved $2 whole because if you pre-order at Graham Crackers, you get 10% off. You know, maybe that's not so good, but any discount is nice. I'm looking at Once and Future over here, and I don't think you can see it. Maybe I can. You know what? When I was laying books down, I forgot the 2 True Believer books. Let me drop those down real quick. Jubilee and Richter. And how do we survive Liam Squad? I don't know. You beat them. You're superheroes. That's what you do. Alright. We'll get all this stuff here in a little bit. I notice, what's the term for that? There's a waviness to the paper. Oh, in fact, you can kind of see it right here without me having to move anything at all. Now it's doing that when I kind of dip the angle a little bit. Yeah, I noticed that in the glare from my lamp over here on the side, the way it was hitting my eyes. That's cheap. You know, Boom, you should have put this in the same cardstock cover that you put Coda in. Now that was a well-bound book, man. Coda is beautiful. And the interior pages kind of have the same thing, but it's less noticeable on them than it is on the cover. If you don't remember what was going on Once in Future, what if King Arthur was an evil zombie king? The end. So you got this dude who is suddenly becoming like bad from the wimp he was at the beginning. His grandma or whatever, I forget what she is, and they're trying to stop him. And King Arthur, the English nationalists that tried to recruit him, totally got sidelined. Oh, that is a nice creepy panel. I appreciate it. It looks cool. I like the coloring job. Cameron Bonneville always does a nice coloring job. Oh man, look at that. That is super cool. I'm hyped to read this. I didn't like the first issue too much, but the second issue I liked. Let's not talk about the review of that first one because half the review was missing when it would have. I'm not gonna take the blame for that. Anyway, Once in Future number 3. I'm just Dr. Moreau. This was a beautiful, beautiful book. Number 1 was anyway. Oh, number 2, it's continuing that tradition. It just looks good. If you don't know the story of the Island of Dr. Moreau, about Dr. Moreau, and he's turning animals into people. It's his life's work, his experiments. The movie from the 30s is called Island of Lost Souls. Really good movie. Are we not men? That is the law. It's a great movie. The movie from the 90s, on the other hand, I have a soft spot for that movie, but I can't say it's actually very good. Yeah, it's kind of a train wreck. It's absolutely kind of a train wreck, but I like it anyway. I got this gigantic soft spot for it. Now you're wondering why, aren't you? Hold on. Let's see. I will show you why I have a soft spot. There's actually two reasons. I really liked, I think David Thewlis played the main character guy. Name I'm blanking on. Oh, there's apparently a 1977 one. I have not seen that one. But the 1932 one with Charles Lawton. Still the music, I guess. Pause. Let me switch over to my monitor. Looks like there might be a trailer or something here. We'll watch that real quick. Well, probably get a copyright strike if I have the sound on for that trailer. So I just hit it. This is a great movie, by the way. Yeah, that's probably enough of this music. I probably already got the copyright strike. Let me just turn the Space Church music back on. But great. Everything about this movie is great. The pacing is great. The effects are great. He is super duper, like, psychotically evil through the whole thing. If you haven't seen it before, give it a try. The Lawgiver is fantastic. Yeah, as the original Dr. Moreau. There's I forget what her name, the actress's name was. She's fantastic in her role. Like, literally everything about this movie, great. If you've never watched it, you really should watch it. Pre-code at its most predatory. Really? Oh. I have seen pre-code movies that were much more, quote, predatory than Island of Dr. Moreau. Anyway, so that's what the book is. And we've also got this Island of Dr. Moreau. Firuza, yeah. So, soft spot. She looks great in her character. If I click here, am I actually going to get, like, a picture of the character? Hey, oh yeah, hey, there's Dr. Moreau here. This is a weird movie. David Thewlis. Oh yeah, I forgot about him. She looks great. She plays the same Catwoman character as the actress in the other version of the film. And she is fantastic. These little things peeking out there, a little more pronounced than in normal humans. None of these pictures convey why. She's like fantastic in the movie. She absolutely is. It's totally one of the highlights in the movie. David Thewlis' character actually is pretty cool too. Because he's got this weird Britishism. All right, there's no other way to put it. Marlon Brando, on the other hand, totally phoned in everything about that performance. Like, I don't even think he knew where he was when he was doing it. Got a trailer for this one. I remember when I saw the trailer for this, probably in '95. It just made me go. Well, it was like the TV ad for it, not really the trailer. It shows something interesting in here. It totally was just like, oh man, that looks awesome. Oh my god, show something cool. We're just not really getting the cool here, are we? There's some, the fangs. The fangs came out. What was that? Where was that? Where was that? Yeah. You know what I'm talking about, man? The makeup work in this is fantastic. Her mouth is great. All the different animal mutant people. Like, I like the way they look in Island of the Lost Souls because they look very monstrous and malformed. Oh, will you just show them creatures? Oh, there's Moreau, like, playing God. Getting worship and adulation. Ah, whatever. We're never gonna find the cool stuff. Let me just flip back to my camera. Good movies. Totally. Great comic book. Issue 1 was fantastic. I'm hoping issue 2 lives up to it. It deviates from the plot of the book a little bit, mostly in the fact that the main character is a woman instead of a man. I thought I was not gonna like it because of that reason. And I turned out to really like it. Now, we've also got Yeah, we spent like 10 minutes watching trailers just to get through the second book. We've also got Absolute Carnage, number 4. My hype level is so high. I got a comic shop news that has, I think it's this cover as a poster. It's just so cool. I wanted to hang it up in my office at work, and then I thought, this is probably not work appropriate to have massive gore all over my wall. Well, I didn't. But maybe I should have. I'm going to flip through and look for something cool. I didn't have to flip very far, man. This is the second page I flipped to. Oh my gosh. I am so ready to read this, man. My complaint about all the previous issues has been that the previous issues ended. And I wanted more. And it looks like I've got more. I got more of what I wanted. So I am super looking forward to this. Hoping it's going to be awesome. Looks like we got some great fighting and stuff going on here. Oh god, and then the book ends. The book totally ended. Can you believe that? And I got some like stuff, and oh look, it's sketch covers that you will never own. Why are you wasting a page on that? Why indeed? Also, I got 4 viewers. One of them's probably me because I got the stream open so I can watch it. But hello, my other 3 viewers. Thank you for hanging out with me. I really appreciate the fact that you are taking time out of your day to spend time with me. Like, that is super cool. I appreciate it. Thank you for being here. Vampirella number 4. Kind of a classic pinup looking cover. It looks nice enough. Where are the other covers? Like, what else could I have gotten here? Let me see if I can find the cover gallery. There's always a cover gallery. Here we go. Red Roof Inn. Oh, what an ad. I at least like the fact that, you're advertising in a comic book and you're going to have comic art as your ad. Like, that's like truth in advertising. You got to aim at your market. Oh, that's a cool cover. It's very mysterious looking. That's kind of dumb. Cosplay cover, Virgin variant, black and white cover, cosplay. I guess that would have been a cool one. Oh, it's a 40 copy incentive. So basically, no one is ever going to own one of these. Is that it for the cover? No, of course not. There's another 8 covers back here. Oh my goodness. I don't think I can show that one on stream. Cover that up. I like that cover too. And we got like foil covers with different color foils, so okay. Whatever, let's flip this open and see if there's something cool we can find real quick. We're not exactly looking too cool here. But, oh, it's one of the combat nuns getting ready. That is kind of cool then. Combat nun! Pre-order your variants for the next issue. Dynamite needs to get away from relying on variants to sell its books. So again, the art kind of looks not great. Like, I don't understand. The art has this weird non-appealingness to it. Oh, dude, I don't know what's going on. We got a dope-looking helicopter crash over here. Sold. I'm an easy person to please, Hubba, Deja Thoris. I don't think I can show this on stream. I just flip over. We got people responding to the crash. Oh, I guess Vampirella was like fighting the helicopter. That's kind of cool. Oh, she bit the head off a snake. I don't even know what's going on, and I am afraid of spoiling the book by looking at it any further. So I'm just gonna put it right here. You know what? We should like arrange these somehow, like, and like look at multiple bits of cool. Yeah, let's get that crazy animal face there, and maybe we get like the Absolute Carnage title, or no, let's get like the blood spray up here, like, yeah, like that, and then we'll put like Vampirella like right here so you get a little teeth with all the blood. All right, cool. I wasn't 100% sold on Something Is Killing Children #1. It didn't seem to really bring much an interesting anything, but people keep telling me it's the best thing. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna give it a second issue. I'm gonna give it a second issue. See what I think. Second issue. Well, here it is. Here is second issue. For what it's worth, I don't know if it's worth a whole lot. But we got it. Thing. We're gonna read it. I guess I'm gonna open it up. I want to see the monster. Oh, I didn't have to go very far. It's disgusting looking, and it's also... Is this the finished art? Is this the finished art? That's my immediate reaction. When I open up a comic book and I see something, it makes me go, is this the finished art? That is not what your art is supposed to look like. You just took some red paint on a paintbrush and just went, You're not making happy little trees like Bob Ross. You're making terrifying blood drool. Like, come on, you could do better than this. I don't want to listen to this song. This is a remix of The Endless. Passed it. Like 3 versions of The Endless on that soundtrack. Alright, does something cool happen in here? Okay, that's definitely a lot cooler. I'm not exactly sure what she's murdering, but we get some nice looking action here. And here, the sketchiness of that style of art actually kind of works in its favor because the sketchiness looks high energy. Like, we didn't have time to finish doing everything, all the details here, because we got to move on to the next panel because things are crazy. I like it. You got the... It's kind of like going crazy. You got the edges of the panels. Super high energy. Was there like 2 different artists working on this book instead of just one? If I can find the credits page. Big chair. No, we just got one interior artist. So... Okay. I'll take your word for it, but Werther's art is kind of inconsistent there in that regard. Oh. Alright. I was about to, like, drop the hypeness, but no, we're going to save the hypeness for just a minute from now. And, I think they're using minimalism. It is also one of the Tumblr style they tend to use. Yeah, no. Minimalism can absolutely work, like, let me flip that back open. Like, I like the way it looked in the little action sequence here. Actually pretty effective to do that here. Because the details don't matter. It's all about the movement, the flow, the composition. That kind of stuff. It's like the mood. And I guess to some extent, like, it's very much like the mood over here. But, like, if you compare the way he's rendered to the way the monster's rendered, it's very clashing. Because he actually has detail to him. Like, just flip over here. He's got, like... lines for his forehead. He's got some stubble going on. Like, he's actually well drawn in here. I guess he's having trouble perceiving the creature or something, and that's why it's not filled in. But I would have liked to have seen a really scary looking creature here. That's all I'm saying. But yes, you make a good comment. We got these 2 X-Men True Believer books here. I don't think I've actually read these comics before. Printed in, because this looks like a X Factor book, not an X-Men book. Oh, it's X Factor 17. Yeah, I own that. I just haven't read it. In fact, I think I own most of the run of the original run of X Factor. Kind of cool. Lots of crazy stuff going on in this. I love crazy coloring that was meant for newsprint. It just looks outrageous on glossy paper. And did I read this one? What is this? Uncanny X-Men 244? Nope. I wouldn't have read this one. But you know what? I remember seeing the episode of the X-Men cartoon. That was one of the things that the X-Men cartoon did really well. It adapted Claremont's stories to a form that was more suitable for half-hour cartoon entertainment. Oh, wow. I love that hair. Like, early mid-'80s Storm. Her hair is awesome. I really like the way Storm looked in the 90s. Her costume then is just amazing. The long white hair, beautiful outfit. But 80s punky Thor, 80s punky Storm is also a very cool looking character. I think I'm gonna have fun reading this. It's got a little bit of style to it. Also very 80s. It's kind of fun. All right, let's bust out cool stuff. I'm going to drop a book down, and you're going to go, that's not cool. And it's okay to go, that's not cool, because this isn't the cool one. This one is here. I didn't own this one. It was out of the 50-cent bin. I got it for free, because Graham Cracker Comics, you get 3 free books out of the 50-cent bin. Probably a good thing I don't live in Chicago, because I would visit like 4 Graham Cracker Comics every day, or every week, and I would spend all my time in comic book stores and never get anything done. Yeah, so I needed Bloodshot number 3. Here's Bloodshot number 3. Boom! So it's on normal paper. You know, you open it up on the inside. It looks like a Valiant comic. Like, there's nothing special about this. But this is cool. Turok number 1. Got a cardstock cover. Very heavy. You can see the embossing through it. If I put the glare right. It's an embossed cover. It's got foil. It's also got this chromium stick-on, too, which is super cool. Look at the reflection where the camera's mounted right there. Like, that is nuts. It was super cool looking. I saw this and I'm like, I gotta get that out of the bin. I got it for free, man. It is in cherry shape. Like, I don't even see anything actually wrong with this book except maybe if I look at the spine. No, I think that's just the embossing. I don't even see spine ticks. It's beautiful. But that's not the coolest one. Full chromium cover, Exo Manowar Zero. Look at this beautiful reflectivity. It's laminated inside. That, see the embossing that went into making the artwork on the exterior. That way, with the exterior, since it's laminated, you don't feel the embossing. So it's weird. I like it. It's super cool. This is a number 0, so who knows what I'm going to find inside, if it's even going to be worth reading. But it is a beautiful looking cover. I love everything about this. I was really surprised to see that in the 50-cent bin. And I was like, Sean, look at this beautiful chromium cover. He's like, yeah, I just put that in there. Yes! Got it before somebody else could. I wonder if that's actually worth something. It might be worth looking up real quick before I start bagging and boarding here, because I got to get some bags and boards together. Well, not together. I got to get bags and boards on my books, because I've got like a month worth of books where I've had a bad shoulder and haven't been bagged and boarded. I still don't know what's wrong with the shoulder, man. They gave me x-rays and like, yeah, we don't see anything wrong. It's like, well, that's not very helpful, doctor. Let's see. Exo Manowar number 0 chromium. Let's see if we get anything here. There's a gold chromium variant. Is that what this is? And that looks like it. This sells for $70 on Amazon. Same one? I totally can't tell. I don't think it is. No, this is silver. That's silver foil up there, not gold. This one's gold. Let's click over here. Chromium cover. Here we go. Ha, price. This guy's selling for $1.50. Okay, so this isn't even worth anything. Aw, that's a shame. $8.99, $10, $6.50. Okay, well, you never know unless you look. But the disappointment is real. I'm going to go ahead and grab boards. I got all these bags and boards down here in a short box under my desk. And we're just going to grab... How many books did I get? 6... 10, looks like. We'll just put these in bags real quick so they don't get beat up before I read them. I'll probably have to read at least one of these tonight, because you know, we got the whole review thing for tomorrow I still got to do, because I'm a bad person and I don't have stuff pre-recorded. Also means I get to react to things that are happening, and who knows, maybe I'll spend some time doing a rant video about Blizzard or something, because that's fun. Nobody else likes rant about Blizzard, but I kind of feel like Blizzard has earned it with the stuff they're doing. And if you're not totally into the gaming scene and you have no idea what I'm talking about, don't worry about it. It's just got to do with you know, geopolitics and Hong Kong and all that. I would bag these where you can see them. My shoulder would hurt too much. Oh, hey, Legend of Log. How are you doing, sir? I am just putting today's haul in some bags I've already got pre-made here. That way they don't get beat up on me. We'll We'll lay them all back out here when I'm done. That way everybody can see this stuff again. And as I've said, you know, enjoy the Space Church music in the background, because I really like the Endless Space soundtrack. It's a fantastic work. Endless Space 2 has an even better soundtrack, but I don't know if I can stream that without getting a copyright strike. This one, the developer said it was okay to stream stream as long as you said what it was, and I try to make a point of saying what it is every time I'm streaming with it, just for that purpose. Okay. I'm just kind of trying to wrangle these, because now that they're in bags, they're gonna get slippery and slide everywhere. Oh, dude, you might have come in a little late for these, but these were free out of the 50-cent bin. Oh, you can't tell now because I got them in bags, but this is a cardstock embossed cover. It's got foil. It's got this chromium sticker on it. Super cool. Turok #1. I didn't own that. Now I do. Turok's not a character I'm super familiar with. I'm not really familiar with Exo Man of War that much either. This is a complete chromium cover. It really is that reflective even without the plastic. It is dope, and I got it for free. That is my favorite price point. Free. I got a whole bunch of other comics I'm going to bag and board here too, real quick. So I will lay them out as I'm working on them, because there's a lot of these things, and I need to get them done. Get them done. Let's see. We got 100-page giant. I got some giant-sized bags in here. In a pinch, you can use Silver Age bags, but I like the BCW Modern for large comics for that purpose. They fit pretty snugly. Snugly. Yeah, that's it. That's our word for that. Man, where am I going to stick this? I ain't got nowhere to stack it. Look great. It's awesome. Yeah, it is totally awesome. Today's haul, I'm really excited about a lot of this stuff, man. I didn't like the first issue of this. Second one, I got hype, so I'm hyped for this one. I've been hyped all along the Absolute Carnage train. I think I'm going to enjoy the True Believer reprints. Vampirella, man, I hated the first issue. Second and third one got so much better. I'm hoping this is going to be great. People tell me the first one was great, but I don't believe them because I read it and I didn't think it was great. If you haven't seen the art in the Island of Dr. Moreau book, oh god, you know what? I'm going to get this back out of the bag. I got to show this off. Because it's too much. It is absolutely too much. The art is expressive, it's grotesque, and it's beautiful. Like if you were going to have like horrifying animal men or something, this is probably what they would look like. They're all a little bit misshapen. You can tell it's Island of Dr. Moreau because they've all been surgically worked on. You can see the scars all over them and stuff. There's no covering up like the brutality that they live under in this book. And it's a shame that it's only 2 issues long. I mean, the Island of Dr. Moreau story itself isn't that long of a story. Let me, I guess I'll just put this tin stack like right up here. Hope that they don't slide anywhere, and then I can stack the ones I'm bagging right here. Oh yeah, Justice League Odyssey 14. Good book. Dan Abnett knows how to write. If I remember right, this is the book that I made my book of the week for things I've read this week. Hey, camera, stop shaking. Stop shaking, bro. That's not a comic book. Let's see. Last week, Days of Future Past, True Believer book. Yeah, I know somebody out there is probably like, you put that Dan Abnett's book above like the Watchmen #1. It's like, yeah, we've all read Watchmen. How can Watchmen be book of the week? We have literally all read Watchmen. That's my logic, and I'm sticking to it, man. I am sticking to it. God, I have 1, 2, 3, like 4 stacks of comic books. I got a bag here. The whole month's worth. It's kind of ludicrous. But that's what happens when you're injured, man. Obligations, things you need to do, just don't happen. This was a hoot, by the way. I'm glad that I didn't even know they still printed Scooby comics. I guess I should have. But that's a compilation of like some good stuff from the last couple years of Scooby comics and 2 stories. And I had a darn lot of fun going through it. Check out my review. I forget when that review went up. Probably like Sunday or something. This is a weird book I didn't do a full review of. I just talked about it on stream. I didn't know what was going on in it, which is kind of detrimental to really getting into a book. How many of these dang 100-page giants are there? Good lord. I just keep pulling these things out everywhere. You hate Watchmen? I can understand that. Ever see the Dr. Moreau movie? I have seen the 90s one, and also Island of Lost Souls. In fact, I showed the trailers for both of those at the beginning of the stream when I was talking about this book. This book is so good. Yeah, I've seen... I have definitely seen those two versions. Apparently one from the 70s I haven't seen. I don't know if I'm going to bother seeing it. The one in the 90s, David Thewlis is the main character. Pretty good movie. In a weird way. Like, I can understand why somebody would absolutely hate that movie. Because objectively, it's not a very good movie. But boy, it's got some great stuff in it. The costumes, the way the animal people look is absolutely fantastic in that. Fairuza Balk, gorgeous, and a little like predatorially dangerous. The whole thing, it's great. It just doesn't help that Val Kilmer didn't seem to want to do the movie, and that a certain megastar just kind of read a teleprompter for his entire performance. I'm pretty sure that's what he did, because there's no way that if Marlon Brando was acting, the performance would come across as like that. It's just not possible. Alright, one more 100-page giant here. And it's the most disappointing comic I read last week. If you haven't seen Island of Lost Souls, I think that it was the original Dr. Moreau movie, you should totally check that out. Charles Laughton is fantastic as Dr. Moreau. He carries a lot more menace than Marlon Brando's appraisal of the character does. He actually is scary, and his madness is a little more subtle. It's a mania as opposed to like megalomania. I don't know if that makes any sense. Oh, this. Oh, those are books that aren't in CLZ. That's why they're in there. Okay. Oh man, my short box of stuff I gotta put away is actually gonna be full before I'm done bagging all this stuff. Well, let's just keep bagging. Oh, I got some of this stuff is already in bags, and some of it's not. Let's see, I'm gonna need 2 magazine bags. Get those out of my magazine bag stash. Sorry, I can't see the chat if you guys are saying anything right now, because I'm on the other side of my room getting my magazine bags out. Oh, magazine bags. Huh. I guess this is like from 3 weeks ago or something. This was fantastic. It's one of the best looking comics I've read in a long time. You haven't picked up Harleen. You really should. Just for the art. Stephen... I don't know how to pronounce that name, alright? I'm going to go with Stepan, alright? Because that's what I think that should be pronounced like. But that J in there kind of makes me want to put a Y in it too. But Mr. Cedric's art, Harleen, is just absolutely fantastic. It's worth getting just for that art. I guess I can stack that here, even though it's a little oversized for everything else. And I've also got the... I thought I had that one Superman book in the stack. Maybe I don't. Oh. Oh, no, it wasn't Superman. It was Neon Trash. If you haven't followed Larry King on Twitter, you should. This is actually a really fun book. I think his Twitter handle is Larry King Undead. Pretty cool guy. He's very opinionated. But you know what? He's not mean to anybody unless they start it. Unlike some people on Twitter who are just mean to everybody because they can be. Which I don't really understand, because at some point you gotta have friends in your life. Without friends, what are you gonna do when you get like bored and old and stuff? If you're tempted to buy this because it's an Aliens comic, don't. Aliens Rescue has been abysmal. Oh man, we're just totally like recapping the last month of comic book reviews here. This book is bad, this book is good. Speaking of books that are good, Oh my gosh, let me get this in the bag. Criminal has been an absolutely dope series so far. I like everything about it. Like, I don't think that there's been an issue I didn't like to some extent. There might have been an issue or two that were duds, and it sure did take like this weird path through comic book history. But it has been a lot of fun. Scrimshaw is, of course, pretty darn dope. Although I imagine, Mr. Legend Log, you're familiar with the dopeness of Scrimshaw. Justice League Dark has been great. See, it looks like White Knight is already bagged. Dominion is bagged. Dominion is bagged. Ah, hey, this Reign of Superman cover, pretty cool because it's die cut. Yeah, is that dope? I like that. That's such a fun gimmick. This isn't nearly as cool as the Wolverine comic that has those slashes across it and does the die cut thing. That is like some next level die cut work. It's one of my favorite comics. Even my mom goes, that's cool. When your comic book has, you know, mom's going, that's pretty cool. You know, it must be. Mr. Crypt, that was a funny book. Already bagged. This isn't bagged. And of course, you know me, I'm loving all these True Believer $1 reprints, especially things I haven't seen before. Because it's fun. Absolutely fun. I am going to have to rearrange my short box here because it is totally going to be full if I keep going like this. Let me get stuff out of here. And then we'll put all this other stuff in it. Because I got a whole bunch of things that are bagged, but I can't put into CLZ yet because they don't exist. And I've been too lazy to make the entries. Set those aside for the minute. For the minute? Yeah, why not? For the minute is perfectly cromulent English. Drop this stuff in. Like so. These magazine size ones will never fit. Set those aside. I don't know why I bought this. Got the trade, man. I'm a sucker for dollar reprints. I wish companies would do more of that. There's no reason that the newsstands, well, I guess there's a reason the newsstands aren't full because nobody sells on newsstand anymore. There's no reason that comic book stores don't have a bunch of like dollar reprint material just hanging out there. Like instead of buying the trade, just reprint Watchmen, reprint Crisis on Infinite Earth, whatever. You know? It's working pretty good for Peter Smeddy with these in case you missed it. Oh gosh, I'm embarrassed by the number. I'm absolutely embarrassed by it. Let's see how many CLZ it says I have. It's going to be a little bit on the obscene side. Well, there you go. That's a lot of books. And then this is probably another 100 or so that's not even in CLZ. It's waiting to get put away and cataloged and taped up and stuff. This is what happens when you get like 10 comics a week or so, like every week for a year. Plus you buy people's collections. And Battletide was fun to read. I don't have the whole series yet, but every time I read it, it's just fun. This, on the other hand, not so fun. I gotta do something about all these comics, if I'm totally honest. I gotta go through. I got a short box full of duplicates actually that are just sitting over here on the floor. I totally gotta. This was dumb. Red Hulk's not even in this book. True Believers #1, Red Hulk, and then Red Hulk isn't in the book. Like, what are you doing, Marvel? This was terrible. This was also kind of terrible. This disappointed me so much. I'm glad I got refunded. I'm not going to go into that drama. If I go into that drama, we're going to be here like all week dissecting it. Being like, Ben Henderson, Ben Henderson, Ben Henderson. Just, all you had to do was send me my freaking comics. I don't know how it can be so hard. Somebody buys something from you. Just ship it to them. Let's see, one more stack of comics here. Although I might, I gotta rebag this one because they shipped this in a really big bag. This just needs to go in probably it'll fit in a regular bag. Although it does want to bow out a little bit. So I might need to get a thick bag for that. I've spent way too much money on comic books. That is my conclusion to this whole discussion is why have I wasted this much money? Jack Irons was alright. I really liked the second half of this issue. The first half was just a whole lot of talking. It didn't do a whole lot for me. Oh my gosh, little card, get in the back. If there's like cool little paraphernalia that goes with the book, I like to put it in the back. That way I keep like the cool stuff together. Oh, now my DC Villains 100-pager got creased right there. Oh well. Get a thick bag for this. Yeah, I should totally sell some of my books because there's a lot of this stuff I don't really want to collect it. And even if I just let it go for like 50 cents or something, that'd be okay. Be like, buy comics by the pound from Eliza Bar. There are definitely worse business models out there. That was so dope, by the way. Savage Avengers. The whole run has been good. I really like the art in this one. Tamara Bonneville's colors were insanity and carnage. You know, we're gonna put Rags over here because here in a couple minutes I am actually gonna be calling the stream off. Go watch Brian Ball talk to Timothy Lynn, presumably about Rags. I don't really know what they're going to be talking about on the Bunderdome, but I'm going to link that in the chat at the end of this stream so that if you're interested in seeing those comic creators chat with each other, you can head that way. I can't show that cover on stream. Sadly, my blacked out covers won't cover the scene part of that, but we are not showing this one. It's the well, we can cover up the obscene part. It's the Leap Mike cover, or Rags number 4, I think, which was a joke from San Diego Comic-Con that somehow got made into a cover and then sold for 20 bucks a pop. We do the weirdest stuff when we buy comic books, don't we? We absolutely do weird stuff. Sea of Stars has been so good, by the way. This character here looks like Zarin, but I'm digging everything about this book, especially the father's parts, because he has so much desperation, everything he does, that you feel bad for him. Now we're getting to my second copies of all the Alterna books. I get 2 copies of each one, which I guess means CLZ is really probably like 100 books short from just the Alterna titles that I have 2 of. Oh man, this really is Space Church music. I've listened to this in this particular theme and its variations way too many times. It's the Endless theme, Endless Space. It's like the theme of the Ancients, and it's like the choral version. It's somebody specific's remix, and I don't know. I'm just kind of burned out on this one track because it's on the soundtrack like 3 times. I need a thick bag for Batman here. Seriously, DC went like nuts with these 100-page giants. There were like 7 of them this month. I think it's unsustainable. Like, there were more than 7. There was 8. See, there were normally like, there was 4 and then 6. Yeah, I think there were like 8 of them now. It's nuts. Like, it's cool stuff, and I like that they're doing it because you gotta do stuff like this. But I think they might be spreading themselves a little too thin and causing burnout. Bishop shows up on like the last page of that book, man. These True Believer books are totally going for false advertising. Forever Maps is kind of weird. That's about all I can say about it. Because now that I'm kind of far removed from reading it and doing the review, I don't actually remember that much about it. Which is probably not a good place to be if you're the creator of that. And I think it was doing Scout Comics' binge format anyway, where they publish like one single issue, and then you can get like the trade of it for the rest of the story, which maybe that works, but it seems like if you're going to do that, you should make the single issues like an advertisement. Just eat the cost of them, make them $1 comic. Jeez, this stack is like that tall. Like, it is absolutely crazy how many books I have just had sitting around laying on my desk for a month now. Oh! It did get put in the stack when I picked all this other stuff up. Let me show you one of the worst books I've ever read before I bag it here, because there was nothing redeemable about this. This was terrible all the way through. And the exemplar of this is the perspective on this one visual panel. Let me find it. Go ahead. Oh, we need this stack out of the way. Go ahead and try to figure out what kind of perspective this distorted shot is in. There was no straight lines any freaking where. Not a single one. You will not figure out the perspective. You not even figure out what kind of distortion this is. Like, you can maybe go like, oh, maybe this is like some kind of fisheye lens or something. Like, I guess it'd be like a reverse fisheye lens, because things are bowing kind of like that, you know? But then she defies all that. So that totally cannot be it. Let's see, is the Bunderdome starting yet? No, the Bunderdome has not started yet. It's scheduled for 8:47, so it should have already started, but it has not. I wonder if they're having technical difficulties. As soon as it starts, I'm going to drop the link in the chat and go hang out over there and watch that stream for a little bit. Oh, I didn't even notice. Oh, is this book terrible? Oh, it's got a tear in the back cover. That's how little I cared. That is how little I cared about this crappy comic. We are almost done bagging everything. Oh my gosh, I just got Exilium left to go. That's cool. We'll put this stuff with my card stuff. And a little postcard. And, oh, that shouldn't even be here. And the trade shouldn't be here. That should be over with all my other trades. If you've ever wondered to yourself, ooh, what individual human being owns the most alternative comic stuff? It might be me. Oh. It might just be me. Is this going to fit in here? Yeah, dope. Exilium was a great series. These are actually the self-published non-Alterna ones. I got 2 copies of all the Alterna ones, and when the Kickstarter for the graphic novel came out, I told my shop to order me a copy of the graphic novel, and then I backed the Kickstarter for these instead. I thought it would be kind of cool. If I had my way, I'd own every version of this book, but let's be honest, I'm not going to pay like $12 an issue for like the Hindi copies, get them imported and pay the dues, tariffs, and all that kind of stuff. So I will just have to settle for owning all the ones in English, I hope. Ben will probably publish something else and kind of put the lie to that dream. This is chunky like a graphic novel. I'm going to put it in a thick bag just to protect it. I'm that kind of person. I don't want my books getting beat up. I can help it. In fact, some of my graphic novels over on the shelf, they're in bags and stuff. Like, I have a bunch of randomly sized giant bags and things, so I've just like thrown books in them to protect them. Got this. Back of issue 1. Drop this cool piece. Oh, and even though I didn't back it like the tier to get like really cool stuff for Exilium, let me show this off again because it is super cool. A couple of things. Actually, I think the card sheet here, I don't think I was supposed to get this in my tier, but Ben had Peter Samedi throw it in just for me. which is really awesome, and I super appreciate that. I'm super appreciative. Have to get some dinner. All right, man. Enjoy. You have a great day, or yeah, great evening. I got that. I got this awesome statuette of Taru. He's so cool. And a tote bag. I'm not gonna get the tote bag off the ground because it's kind of far down there. But Legends of Logman. I would try to pronounce your real name, or at least the name of the writer of your book, but I probably would get it wrong. So let's just pretend I did, and let's go with it. All right, there's Exilium. I have now bagged everything on my desk. Thank goodness. It's filled up this entire short box, except for the hardback I have sitting at the back of the short box, but it's filled up that short box. And now we are gonna, if anybody's still out there hanging out with me, I'm gonna drop the link to the Bunderdome stream. It's gonna have Brian Ball, it's gonna have Timothy Lim, comic creators I have come to know, and well, in the case of Brian Ball, he doesn't have any friends, but he's the guy that wrote Rags. One of the guys. I'm going to just drop the link to the Bunderdome stream in the chat. If you want to go over there, feel free to go over there. I'm going to be over there waiting for the stream to start. And thank you all so much for joining me. My viewer count hit 8 people or something, which is actually pretty darn good for me streaming. I really appreciate that. Underworld Dream, Legends of Log, Cult Film Video. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me. I've said it before, I'll say it again. It means a lot to me that you choose, of your own free will, come spend time hanging out with me. That is cool. I appreciate it. Never visit a streamer who takes your presence for granted, because I sure don't take the presence of any of my viewers for granted. I would like to consider us all friends at some level, at least vague acquaintances or something. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I am going to shut up. You all have a great one, and maybe I'll see you chatting over on the Bunderdome stream. Maybe not. Whatever the case may be, have a wonderful, wonderful evening. And let me throw the little frame up here so all this chat appears, and we can kind of see the link on the stream there too, literally in the stream. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you next time. I probably said that 10 times now, but it deserves to be said one more. Bye-bye.